Good evening, you're watching The Buck Stops Here and I'm Barkha Dutt. On the program this evening, are we hurtling back to the 90s? This is the question that's being asked across the country. Not just because of the horrific riots we have seen unfold in Muzaffarnagar, but because of the uncivil politics that seems to be rising in crescendo in the run-up to the general elections. Also, today, we'll be looking at how all parties are perhaps guilty of divide and rule politics in the name of the Muslim voter. Remember, a number of Muslim groups distancing themselves today from the Akhilesh Yadav government. The Samajwadi party traditionally has always eyed the Muslim vote. Is this sort of divide and rule politics now over and past its sell-by date? Also coming up on the program, we continue with our special series From the Line of Control. Today we look at how the fence was created along a 776 kilometers. The statistics point to a clear surge in ceasefire violations since the month of August. But as we stand here right at the fence along the line of control, the question is actually political. Will Manmohan Singh meet Nawaz Sharif, and should he? Also coming up later on the program, we'll be bringing you the latest images from Kedarnath, where NDTV's Siddharth Pandey is reporting from as prayers resume months after that horrific natural tragedy ravaged Kedarnath.
This marks an important step, as I said, for Kedarnath, symbolic perhaps of the entire reconstruction efforts in not only Kedarnath but in Uttarakhand as well.
Let's get started with our main focus on the buck stops here tonight. The Samajwadi party under attack now, not just from the opposition, but from many of the traditional groups and voters who are seen to have been historically associated with it. A number of Muslim groups distancing themselves from the Akhilesh Yadav government and also demanding that the government should now step down. Let's go across to Rahul Srivastav. He's at Agra, where the top leadership of the Samajwadi party has met today. Rahul, at least technically, the Samajwadi party is standing behind Akhilesh Yadav. But the fact of the matter is, it's now no longer just the BJP, but the Congress, which remains technically a government that the Samajwadi party supports from the outside. A number of Congress ministers now demanding the resignation of Akhilesh Yadav. Muslim groups, and this is most crucial, distancing themselves from the Samajwadi party. What is the import of this, and how is the Samajwadi party reading it?
Barkha, these are clear signs of a plot which has gone wrong. Why do I say it has gone wrong? Because if you see the first phase of Akhilesh Yadav government, it was perhaps doing several things right as far as a more broad-based party is concerned. It had got support of large number of majority castes in Uttar Pradesh to come to 225 odd seats to claim and form a government. And that is the time when they started speaking against promotion of SCs in as far as promotions is concerned, reservations concerned. They also distributed laptops to young girls and boys. These were progressive policies. These were a slight outlook which was away from the Samajwadi party's ideological core. After that, somewhere the plot has gone wrong, because what the Samajwadi party view was that the Muslim vote bank is with them. There were minor skirmishes all over Uttar Pradesh, and along with these development schemes, the Samajwadi party was hoping that the other castes plus the Muslim vote bank is with the Samajwadi party. Then came Narendra Modi, then came Amit Shah. These were the two developments perhaps which rattled the Samajwadi party. In that, if you notice what has happened, that the BJP is definitely looking for a polarization in Uttar Pradesh. It is not only pushing Amit Shah, if you look at Uttar Pradesh as an example, but it has also sent Varun Gandhi to West Bengal. 28 to 30% population in West Bengal is Muslims. So somewhere there is a distinct approach to send the right kind of people as far as BJP's core ideology is concerned and to attempt to polarize the votes. After that, it's been a sad story for the Samajwadi party, because if you look at after that what the Samajwadi party has done, got into a meeting and huddle with the VHP, stopped the Chaurasi Kos Yatra, which the Samajwadi party hoped that it will benefit the Samajwadi party, and also in a way the VHP thought it will benefit the BJP. But after that, if you look at Muzaffarnagar, what has happened in Muzaffarnagar is that after the clashes, the minority vote is feeling insecure. the insecurity feeling is one thing which Mulayam Singh never wanted to happen, because after this insecurity, Azam Khan is staying away because he wants to position himself as a champion of minority votes. There are Muslim groups all over the Uttar Pradesh and the country speaking against the Samajwadi party. Now what is the problem is that in this scenario where minority voters are jittery about Samajwadi party, the BSP and the Congress are wooing the minority voters, and the BJP is trying to woo the majority votes looking for a polarization. It definitely works in favor of the BJP. And this is something exactly what the BJP was trying. If you look at the VHP Yatra, if you think about Amit Shah going first pit stop to the Ram Mandir and saying the Ram Mandir is a must, people want it. All these factors combined, if you look at it, is a possibility somewhere which the BJP was looking, is that in case everybody gravitates towards the Samajwadi party and the Muslim votes, the focus shifts towards the minority vote, the BJP can benefit. And that's where the trouble lies today for the Samajwadi party. How does the Samajwadi party keep the Muslim vote, minority vote bank intact, and also hang on to the other castes which had voted for the Samajwadi party?
Well, Rahul, thanks very much. That takes us straight to our special focus, in fact, on the buck stops here tonight. Are we looking at a 90s redux? Basically, are we hurtling back to the 90s, and are we looking at divide and rule politics being played in the name of the Muslim voter? Let's introduce our panel this evening. With us in the studio is Nirmala Sitharaman. She's, of course, representing the BJP. Joining us from Lucknow tonight is Rita Bahuguna Joshi. She's a leader with the Congress party in the state of UP. From Mumbai tonight, we're joined by Sudhindra Kulkarni, columnist and author, formerly associated with the BJP. Also joining us tonight is Shahid Siddiqui, formerly associated with politics, but today in his capacity as the editor of Nai Dunya. And also joining us, Amir Raza Hussain, theatre director. Let me start with you, Nirmala, if I may. The fact of the matter is that it looks to the ordinary citizen who's just looking at the big picture of what we've seen unfold in Uttar Pradesh, that there isn't any political party that can absolve itself today of complicity in what we have seen unfold. So whether it is leaders of the Congress party, whether it is leaders of the Bahujan Samaj party, whether it is leaders of the Samajwadi party who at least stand guilty for sins of omission, if not of commission, or whether it is the 4 BJP legislators who have been booked. This is actually an all-party riot, for lack of a better word. Would you at least concede that at the moment we are seeing that no party has actually covered itself in glory?
First of all, let me tell you that it is a very unfortunate situation in Uttar Pradesh. Certainly no one wants to wish this. We want peace and harmony. But with that said, I do not agree with the argument that you put forth now.
Because?
I find it very strange that you project it as if everybody has some role to play in it. And if indeed it is so, I want to ask of the Uttar Pradesh government, if it suspected the hands of some political party or activists from parties, they could have prevented it. If that logic were to hold good, I want to ask, what was the singular responsibility of the BJP government in Gujarat? For the last 10 years, we've been holding them.
But that's the point you're making about you're alleging hypocrisy.
No,
the
no,
point about the Samajwadi party's complicity or laxity or criminal lapse is well taken. The Samajwadi party has refused to participate. For the record in this debate tonight, I must clarify that to our viewers. I am merely asking you, I'm not taking sides here. I'm not saying, oh, the Samajwadi party was not there, so they're excused. I'm simply saying members of every political party have actually been booked. There isn't a single political party that doesn't have a leader or a legislator who has been booked.
No, but the irony is, even if they have been booked, the court will have to try, and if they are found guilty, they should be punished. All that stays.
Yes.
So the logic in all those instances, all those circumstances, if it holds good, I want to ask, why is the discourse now shifting to make appear as if all political parties are equally
So who
wrong?
is responsible?
The government of the day,
And
law and order.
And what about the 4 legislators of the BJP who have been booked?
Let me first of all tell you, I want to know whether it is true that let the cases be established. But the fact remains, even congressmen were arrested in Gujarat. Are we speaking about them? Eventually, law and order is a state subject, and the government of the day is accountable and answerable.
One of your BJP MLAs has been booked for using a fake YouTube video to spread enmity.
This will have to
Another
be
one was at the Mahapanchayat. He's been booked for spreading enmity apart from violating
But
144.
let me ask you, Barkha.
Yes.
Have we till today had an explanation, a reasonable explanation from the Uttar Pradesh government and even for that matter, the central government, whose the alliance partner they are,
Yes.
for an incident which is despicable, I admit, which happened around the Mangalore pub,
Yeah.
you know, riot incident or attacking incident, you had the union government rushing with an advisory to the state government saying, let us have communal harmony, you know, you should take every step to take
Yeah.
care that all communities are kept at peace. What is it happening with the central government?
Okay, let me take
Not
that
an
to-
advisory, no action, and the state government failed to implement anything.
Let me take that to Rita.
The discussion comes to BJP. I'm sorry.
Let me take that to Rita Bahuguna Joshi. Rita Bahuguna Joshi, we're of course looking beyond the Muzaffarnagar riots. We're looking at the politics of polarization that seems to be defining the electoral discourse in the run-up to 2014, and that's what's really frightening. But the Congress too could be charged with being extremely selective, extremely confused in its response to Uttar Pradesh. I say this because on the first day, you blamed Narendra Modi and Amit Shah for creating a political environment that was polarized. Those statistics show that under the Akhilesh Yadav government, there were at least 30 to 50 riots that took place before Amit Shah was actually appointed the head of the UP campaign. Secondly, now suddenly you have Congress ministers who are demanding the resignation of Akhilesh Yadav. The fact is, technically, the Samajwadi party is an ally. Is the Congress also playing politics here? Is the Congress also, with one eye on the Muslim vote, patronizing the Muslim voter as usual, being selective in its outrage here?
Well, look, I think the political scene is very clear and everybody in the country is understanding what's happening in Uttar Pradesh. See, Uttar Pradesh is the way to government in Delhi. And nobody can reach Delhi unless they capture UP. So now UP, the caste forces, the communal forces have always tried to play hands when the elections are approaching.